Hello. It's Thursday, the 19th of March, 2026. Welcome along to the channel, The Fifth Guardian. I'm your host, Tony Hunt, where today I'll be a player of a game for the last time, for the last day, for the last lap. There we go, game on screen. Audio on. Surprisingly, there's a few people in the chat already. So we've got the Jedi's old channel, the Jedio's old channel says, I understand it's the final full day of Real Racing 3, like you said last time I messaged you. But don't you think that stream title is a bit misleading? It implies you'll be live until it shuts down. It may imply that, but that's obviously not what I meant. It just means it's the last time I'll be streaming this game. So after this stream, that'll be it. But thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for your message. Good to see you again. Massiage Gamer says hello, hello, welcome along. Thank you for watching as always. Good to see you. And same for Virtual Medical Dr. Iyaka says hello also. Welcome along. Thanks for watching. Thanks for saying hello in the chat. We've also got Abdullah says hi. The last day, broken heart. Yep. Or is it? Welcome along. Thanks for watching. We've also got Paul S1123 says evening Tony, evening team. Welcome along everyone. Welcome along. Testmaster 51 says Real Racing 3 shut down forever. Well, not yet, but soon. But soon. Neil Rain enters the chat as well, says, I'm not late today. Well done, Neil. Well done. It's not a problem, though, if you are. Good to see you all. Good to see people watching. Good to see the comments in the chat. So, right. Okay. So, what I'm going to do first is I didn't quite finish the series that I can progress today. And then we're going to take a look at the series that I've got it to. And we'll have a look at some cars, and we'll race some cars that didn't make the top 10, but cars that I quite enjoy racing. And this is going to be somewhat of a swan song. Now, the other thing I'll say as well is when the credits come on, spoiler alert, there might be a little surprise after the credits. It's not much, it's a little bit, but it's my way of saying goodbye to Real Racing 3. Beast Plays says hi, welcome along. Thanks for watching. Thanks for saying hi in the chat. And Paul S has been trying Ala mobile game again. For mobile seems okay, but no comparison. I'm afraid there isn't one out there at this moment in time. You never know when there's a lull, and there is Real Racing 3 close for a few weeks, months, even years. A replacement may eventually come along. Paul S says, like learning to walk again. Yes, well, to be fair, that's the same with all the the racing games I've found. They've all been a struggle. They've all been a struggle. Abdullah says, in my opinion, I don't know what that means actually. Just go and buy some cars and spend all of my money going a few laps in the cars I wanted to drive. Yeah, there you go. And also, please, if if you'd like to see a car raced, if I've got it, which in road collection is all but one, a little bit less on the motorsports side, put your request in the chat and let's see if we can fit it in. Right, here we go. We've got Paul S saying also have to wait for Project Resurrection. Not sure if it's all hype. Well, I've heard it's real. I've heard people working on it. I've heard people playing on it. Um, I've also heard it's sort of like it's not for iPhone. It's for Google phones. So yeah. So EA basically have a problem of like not delivering to its fans, and Resurrection Project immediately cuts out 20% of the Real Racing 3 fans. So it's like, you don't get it. No one gets it. That's why I'm just walking away. Clean break. Clean break. Say goodbye. Last stream. Walk away. And that'll be it. Right. Okay. Right. Okay. We're up to date. Let's do some racing. So I'm going to start with the car that would annoy me the most, which is in the exclusive series. The Audi S1 e-tron Quattro exclusive series, it's at 96%. We're almost there. The two cups that I got like second and third on in the mid tiers, I raced them last night, did them in offline mode, won. No surprise there. I'm not competing against copies of human opponents. I'm competing against copies, not even copies, computer opponents. They are typically easier to beat. But I've left myself a bit of a challenge to get this one done. We've got two more races to do, starting with autocross at the road course of Indianapolis Motor Speedway, tier 20. Let's go. Again, as always with this car, it's right on the edge. You can hear it almost skidding already. Deary me. I'm not going to be sad to see the back of this car. It was never the worst car in the game, but it's what sort of like makes it a little bit irritating. It's the last car added to the game. But there we go. I think that's first. I think that's a good start. There we go. First place. 98%. One more race to do. It's a tough one because it's Sebring, and this car absolutely is not suited to Sebring. But then again, I'm racing against 21 other competitors that have the same problem. So hopefully I'll be all right. But you never know. You never know with me. You can never tell. I have good days. I have bad days. And then I have indifferent days. Let's see what sort of day we're going to have around Sebring. It is still my favourite track, but it is a tough track to master. And technically, it might be a little bit easier with this car because what this car does have is excellent brakes, and this track is all about knowing when to brake. So you see, look, yeah. I'm saying I'm worried about that. I'm not sure I need to be worried. Look at this. Look, already into 8th, man. Oh, yes. Yes. Into 5th. Yes, I've caused some damage. By the way, there are no rules this evening. No rules. Final stream, no rules whatsoever. I'm still going to do my best not to cheat. I'll be perfectly honest with you. But no rules. Zero rules. I'm already into 4th place. This is fantastic. And it's daytime as well. So whereas I absolutely struggled with the Peugeot 9X8, that was because it was a night race. I always struggle with night races on my iPad because of, well, the reflection, to be fair. And right above me, when I'm streaming, is the light bulb. But day races, not normally a problem. Not normally a problem. Look at this, we're in 3rd place already. So I said this car would struggle around this track. Definitely what is serving it to its advantage is the fact that its brakes are really good, and that's partly, in fairness, because the top speed in this car is very poor. Which means you've got a little bit of a margin. If you brake late, it doesn't necessarily mean you're going off track. Now, I might be wrong. I've already got some damage there. What's going on at the back of my car? No, it's just the reflection. Right, so I'm in third. That's okay. Absolute. I mean, I don't know why I'm that bothered, because other than, well, actually, I'll tell you what I'm bothered about. It's the completion. Can we get road collection up to 97%? Now, I've done one race. I've got this race to do, and then I've got an upgrade to apply to another car, and then that'll be it. That'll be all that I can do. That's it. Done. Dusted. Finished. So there we go. That's my general feelings. How is everyone feeling? Let me know in the chat. Are you racing the game today? Are you having a bit of fun? Please don't get too upset though. You know, these things happen. It's all part of, well, it's not really part of life, but it's all part of gaming. Oh, hey. Now all of a sudden I'm a bit worried that I'm not moving up past third. I need a storming third lap. Oh no. Well, that's not going to help. That's going to cost me all the way down here. Heck. Here we go, dropping into fourth. Oh, I've lost it. I've completely lost it. Well, there you go. I might have to do this again. Oh, now I've completely lost it. Do you know what? Let's quit that and start over. That's interesting. I was doing really well, and yeah, completely messed it up. So let's try that again. Borles says, I'm racing this week with all high performance cars and F1. Just running F1s, and I'm first in all within my team. Well done. Wish I was. Oh, right, I've lost it. I did say it could happen. I was going, oh, this car's all right. So it's all right in terms of braking, but grip. So let's see what we can do. Come on. Okay. It's hard work. Fifth. I need to be in first place, and then I can dictate the pace. Oh, come on. Oh, no. This bloody car is going to be the death of me. Come on. Come on. Now, being in 8th place is not good. I'm going to carry on going. I might just carry on going. If we don't do it, we don't do it. I don't like the balance of this car. So, end of lap 1, we're in 8th place. 6 laps to go. 7 cars to overtake. But I've not proven myself to be that good from now on in. That being said, we got 2 there. Okay. As I said, I really need to be in first place. Dictate the pace. I'm not dictating the pace. Oh, man. In fairness, this card may be the manifestation of how I feel about Real Racing 3 ending. Frustrated. Oh, come on. Okay, well, we are in 5th. But you can see first place flying off to the distance. Oh, it's that messes me up. As soon as I lose the back end, disaster. Okay, so we're 5th at the end of lap 2. 4 cars to overtake. 5 laps to do it in. But I'll be perfectly honest, I'm not feeling very confident at this moment in time. Can at least see all the cars in front on track. All I've got to remember is everyone has the same problem with this car. These guys always seem to be quicker in the straights. Okay. A little bit of focus required here. Okay. There we go. Okay, I'm still in 5th, but I feel like I've caught up a little bit on 4th, 3rd and 2nd. So, let's see what happens going around here. Oh, there you go. So all the game, I've just lost. So I've got 4 laps to go and 4 cars still to overtake. Okay, come on. Man, we always leave these things to the last minute, don't we, eh? I did look at Sebring and thought this is a tough track and this car's not the best. It's not the best. Yeah, I may have pushed him off track, but as I said, there are no rules this evening. So I'm into 4th. I honestly think my only hope now is if we catch back markers. I'm going to finish 4th. I'm going to have to do this bloody race again with this bloody car. Blinking egg. Might save that for a bit later though. See, do you hear it? Right on the edge, this car. Right on the edge. We will get there though. Or maybe we won't. Oh, for F's sake. This is too much. It's too much. It's too much. I'm going to lose this. Right. I'm going to end it there. I'm going to start over and I'm going to put it in offline mode and I'm going to race against the computer opponents because I'm obviously not going to catch the copies of human opponents. They're just too good, at least in this race. Um, Paul S says use them as brakes. Well, I did try, but it's not working. Sayork says, what is the type of camera angle? I'll get back to you on that one. Monster Crow is back. Welcome along. Potential saviour of the alternative to Real Racing 3 says, hey, Tony, it's the last day of this game. Correct. It's a shame that the game will be gone. It is what it is, my friend. It is what it is. How are you getting on with the development of your game? Right. So what I'm going to do is take the game off screen. As I said, no rules tonight whatsoever. It's cheating galore. It's the last day. I'm not messing around trying to beat copies of human opponents. I'm putting it in offline mode. I'm starting the game up. I'm racing against computer opponents, and hopefully I'll have a better chance of winning. Although, as you can see by my driving style with this bloody car, it's hard work, and it's especially hard work around this track. But I don't blame the track at all. I blame the car. Right, okay, come on, let's get this going. Come on. Boom, boom, boom. Maybe I shouldn't have loaded it up offline. But what I've done now is given an indication of what they've actually turned the servers off and I can't get the game up at all. That's it, game over. No, it's okay, we're good. We're loading in. It's fine. Whew. Right, let's get this in. Come on. Let's get this done. I want this series done so I don't have to race this car ever again. And I'll have ended up racing half an hour plus with this car on the last day. Right, there we go. Oh, that's not gonna work, is it? Let's get it back online. We've got the game ready. We're good to go. Let's give it one more go. See if we can win. Right, let's get it back on screen. There we go. Right, let's get racing. Uh, say Urko says, do you have other games to replace it? Yes, I have two lined up. Assoluto Racing on the mobile device and Grid Autosports on the PC. Monster Grow says, okay, so it's not released yet, but he's confident the game will be a success when it releases. Good, that's what we like to hear. Just let me know when. Right, here we go. Trying once more. If this doesn't work, I'm leaving it at 98%. Okay, we're already into 11th. That's a good start. 7th. 5th. There we go. Right, okay. Isn't it weird that it's always harder to beat human opponents? And I'm convinced it's as simple as they would normally be doing the race, starting in 22nd place. But instead they start the race in first place, so they're starting ahead. So I always think it's harder as a result to beat a copy of a human opponent, because instead of starting in the 22nd place that you are, they're starting in first place. They have that advantage. Now I don't know if what Real Racing 3 do in the background is they compensate for that. I just don't know. Anyway, we're having a better lap. I'm still not in first though. I feel like I've got to get first. I've got to dictate the pace, I feel. But that's a better start. However, as always, on a straight, I'm still slower. Always the case. Well, I'm in first, so thank goodness. I just need to stay there so I don't have to race this bloody car again. And then we'll do some proper fun racing. I am going to be doing the Radical RXC tonight as well, but then after that, we're free to race whatever we want. Whee! Okay. Oh dear, what happened there? No rules Thursday. That's the game this evening. All bets are off. Honestly, just getting around the track with this car. Um, okay, so Monster Crow says, Tony, by the way, do you think the game will work offline? So I initially thought the round hub would be the way in which they effectively kill the game. That's obviously not going to be the case. You know, like it's not about rounds ending, it's about rounds expiring and sort of like disappearing off the round hub. They've obviously stopped that, so that's not going to be the way they kill the game. What they have said, and I think this is what kills the game, is as of tomorrow when they turn the servers off, all money in the game is worthless. And what went through my mind is, does that mean when they say it's not playable, does it mean you can load the load the game up and do a race? But is it possible that if money is worthless, you can't service the car? And if you can't service the car, you can't win. But to be perfectly honest, I have no idea. I've got absolutely no idea what will happen as of tomorrow. Who knows? I will do a brief update once it's happened. A brief video. Well, I don't think it'll be a live video, but I'll put a video out just saying what I see and what I notice. But yeah, I'm kind of expecting it to be. I mean, one of four things could happen. One is the game doesn't even load up. We've seen an issue of that over Christmas. That is my favourite. Two, The game loads up, but you can't service the cars. Free. What was free? I said there were 4 scenarios. There's 2. Oh, hold on. I can't remember I'd come up with 4 scenarios why the game wouldn't work, and I've done 2, but I can't remember the other 2 now. Basically, in summary, I am not hopeful the game will be playable in any shape or form by the end of tomorrow. And ultimately, all it takes, effectively, is even if it's playable in the short term, once people start getting new devices, they're not going to be able to load the game because it's not on the App Store. So I don't think you can recover to a new device. I might be wrong on that. And ultimately as well, the cloud save function won't work. So, yeah. I'm taking it as the game is dead. But we'll do a check and see what it's like. So it actually says we can play the game after, because we can play on Resurrection. Yes, but that is Google phone only. It's Google device only. They immediately chopped off 20% of players because they've not set it up for iPhone. Not that I would do it. I'm not into mods. But I mean, you see, again, that is where all the mods are. The mods are on Google phones. They're not typically on iPhones. So you can, if you want to do that, that's fine. I understand you're doing it. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to just walk away and play something else. But as I said, unfortunately, and you'll have seen my series, I did an assessment on what people said were the best games, racing games on mobile devices. Not one is close. To get anywhere near close, I'm having to pick 2 separate games. But it's fine, because going forward, what I'm going to be doing is Monday mobile racing game, a Tuesday PC racing game, a Wednesday platform game, and a Thursday puzzle game. That's the plan. That's the plan going forward. I will open this game up tomorrow and see whether or not the servers have been switched off, and see whether or not you even get a daily reward. See whether or not it's still playing adverts. All this stuff is interesting. Now, look at this. Racing against computer opponents, we've caught the back markers. As you can see here, I'm only just staying ahead of second, but it's enough. So we're on the penultimate lap. It's looking good that I can put this car in the garage and never race it again. I wouldn't put it in the shame garage, to be fair. It's okay. As I said, I don't think it's overly suited to this track. we're doing okay though. We're doing fine. So Monster Crow says play Monoposto with a controller. What was my problem with Monoposto? I wonder if that was the one where it played ads all the time. But what I realised as well is there were two versions of it. There was a one that you had to pay for, and one that you could download for free. So I assume the free one had ads on it. And I've got no problem about there being ads in the game. But I just like how Real Racing 3 does it, which is you play adverts to earn money in the game. Now I guess there we go. I think I've answered my own question on the adverts, because if money's null and void in the game, surely there'd be no adverts. The other thing I've noticed as well, because I have been moving about in terms of my VPN to different countries, just to see if adverts were playing. Now, the reason why I started doing that is because in the UK, we're not getting adverts already. Or at least I'm not. But if I switch to the US, I get adverts. So clearly, advertisers have already pulled out of this game in many countries, I suspect, but they're still there up to today in the US. Right, here we go then. So it's the final lap, no pun intended, of this particular race with this particular car, and this time I'm going to win. I was a bit cheeky, but as needs must. I just want to get this put to bed, done and dusted, never to be got out the garage again. There we go. Monster Grow says Monoposto has no ads, so I don't know why I didn't choose it again. I have to go through the video. You got to pay for a bundle that costs €3 to €4. All right, yes. Right, okay. Yeah, that sounds about right. Right, there we go. Right, we can service the car. We've taken it to 100%. We don't need to race the car ever again. This was the final car added to Real Racing 3. There we go. Done. Dusted. Okay, now you see that I've got quite a bit of gold, but honestly, in terms of the stuff that needs doing, it's only enough to apply one upgrade. So what I'm going to do is go to the Radical RXC, and this will be the last race I do in regards to my percentage progression. It's all I can do. So what we got there, 98.9. So 97.9 is this car. I need to apply an upgrade. And as I said, I needed a minimum of 265 gold to do the two upgrades that I needed. So there you go, that's out the water. So that was two. That was 150. Brakes are the cheapest. Ah, let's put the brakes on. Who cares? It doesn't matter, does it? There we go. I've got 87 gold left, but I can't apply any more upgrades. So this series won't get completed, unfortunately. That's a shame. But I do like this car. And do you know what? Have a listen to this car's engine. There you go. Oh. Having just raced an electric car, oh, that's like, it's like a symphony. Oh, hang on. Hey, come on. I say that. Do you know what? I never used to quit, but it's the last, as I said, all things, all rules out the window. Now, in fairness, I didn't stick to my normal plan, which is round the outside. So let's try that again. But yeah, the car engine is like a symphony. Oh, Oh, oh dear. Oh dear. Oh, flipping heck. I think my eyesight's gone. I've literally hit every car. Come on, there we go. Oh. Well, it's not brilliant. I'm only in 14th place. Well, let's see if we can go for the win. There are plenty of overtaking opportunities with this track and with this car. There we go. There we go. Right, okay. But I'm in 13th place. That means 12 cars to overtake in 5 laps. There we go. 2 there. Three there. There we go. 9th. Okay, that was up to this point. This is a good lap. Getting the hang of this car again. I suppose that is the problem when you race so many different cars. They do all drive differently. Now then, what do we reckon? 4 laps to go, 8 cars to overtake? I think that's doable. Okay, 8 for the end of lap 2, 4 laps to go, 7 cars to overtake. And I would put money on, now that I've got past the pack, I'm quicker than everyone else on track. It was just getting past the traffic. 6, there we go, okay. Oops. As I said, no rules this evening. Always the computer opponents or copies of human opponents are always faster in a straight. Never understood that. Real racing free. There we go. Okay, so we've got 3 laps left. We're in 6th place. 5 cars to overtake. Although it does look like the other cars have shot off down the track. Okay, let's see if we can catch them. we are catching them, but I don't think it's fast enough. So we might be doing this one again. Might do it a bit later. Oh, there we go. A little bit wide. Okay, so as I said, no rules. So it's time to invoke cheat mode. Here we go. Okay, so we've got 2 laps to go and 4 cars to overtake. I don't think I've got a win in me today. Can't even see first place. There we go. Okay, into third. I could have done with another lap. Oh, I've got another lap. Ooh. Ooh. Do you know what? Maybe not all is lost. Okay, so we got 1 lap. We're in third place. We've got cheat mode on, and I don't mean there's an actual cheat mode. I just mean I'm cutting corners. Oh, there we go. Come on. Do you know what? Do you know what? We can do this. Come on. Here we go. 1 more lap. First and second ahead. They are slower through this section. Here we go. Push. There we go. Well, that's 1. Purposely done, knocking him out of the way. Honest. Okay. It's going to be close. I actually reckon I can catch him. But you know, we've got to go off track to do it. There you go. I know, it's a bit of a cheat, but you know, it's the last day. There we go. First place, how about that? That's not bad. That's not bad. Monster Grove says, in regards to Monoposto, but if you didn't have the feeling with the game, it's okay. Yeah, I don't know why. It just wasn't real racing. Starman Prime enters the chat, says hello back. Welcome along. Thanks for watching and saying hello in the chat. Good to see you again. Abdullah says, pit maneuver a car. Haha, I do that for fun sometimes. I kind of had to do it, didn't I? There we go. Right, look at that. First place, that's it. So in terms of progression of this game, in terms of completing races, that's as far as I can get. Assuming I can't earn any more gold. That's it. So there you go, that's the end of the stream. I'm only joking. It's not the end of the stream. It really isn't. Right, okay, but what we can do now is have a little bit of fun. We can now relax. We know it's ending. We're just going to do some racing of some great cars. What I'm going to do also, because this is like a record my achievement in the game now, in terms of where I've got to. So we'll have a look through everything and see how we've done. So, unfortunately, my completion in road collection, which I think when I first started streaming was as low as 68%, which was only in July 2024. And we've been able to take the road collection up to 96%. I think that's not a bad achievement. It's not 100%, so it's no gold medal. But when we're up against the odds, we've done pretty well there. I think when they announced they were closing the game, road collection for me was at, I think it was at 89, it was either 88, I think it was 88%. So I've taken it up 8%, but I'm going to fall short by 4% in terms of completion. So let's go in and have a look. We're going to skip seasons 5 through to 1 because they were not in the game originally. What we're just going to do is have a look through the cars in each of these series. So let's go to amateur. So there's nothing really that stands out here, but I'll tell you what I did like when I first started playing this game is the fact. What shall we do? Let's have a look. Oh, Indianapolis Motor Speedway. That looks like fun. Is the fact we had a BMW Z4 M Coupe in there. Now, look at these cars in terms of spec. They're quite low spec. So we're going to start off by doing a bit of fun with some low spec cars. What have we got? We've got 14.9, 19.7, 23.7 with the BMW Z4 M Coupe. It's only one lap. Let's have a bit of fun. This is what I'm going to be doing. Oh, it's head to head. Oh, even better. And it's a head to head against this Sylvia. Let's have a look inside. There we go, nice bit of fun. So you can see that Indianapolis was in from day one, and we had Speedway as well. Seems to have dried out than putting any actual Speedway tracks. So they might put the circuit in road course configuration, but they don't, or very rarely put it in Speedway configuration. But I like a BMW, so I just thought I'd give this a spin out. Nice bit of fun. Oh. Obviously there's a limit there. There's quite a few cars that if you take out on the Speedway, you do have to take your foot off the gas. There's one car that you don't, and that is the F1 14, the Ferrari F1 14T. We might see that a bit later. Neil Rain says it's 12:05 in India, but when I opened Real Racing 3, it gave me a daily reward. Ooh! Well, I mean, that's good news. But again, it would suggest, obviously, the servers are not down yet. And that is the key. When will they take the servers down? And will that impact your daily reward? I'm not sure, you know. I don't know. I don't know. But as I said, if you read the original statement, they did say money becomes useless. So we'll see. We'll see. Right, okay, there we go. So let's come back out. So that's the BMW Z4 M Coupe. The other thing I liked about the series as it started is he did have, first off, all these cars cost R dollars. You did earn gold for achieving 25, 50, 75, and 100% completion. You also earned gold from going up a fame level. To begin with, it was quite low. It was like 2, 3, 4, 5 gold. But it happened quicker. So it was always good. I mean, just look at how many different cars there are. So immediately you go, oh, that's fantastic. And the car I've just raced, you see there, it's repeated. And this doesn't happen anymore. So the BMW ZM Coupe is the best car in Road Car International and is the best car in Global Production Pursuits. Now, I'm not going to do any more races. We can see there all the cars. I've, I own all the cars. I've completed all the series. So we'll come out of amateur and we'll go into Pro Am. Now, see, look at the difference. Oh, I hate it that it does that. Amateur only had 12 cars. Pro Am has 41. Now, look at that. We've got a World Rally car in the road collection, the Hyundai i20 WRC. It does make me laugh. So the reason why this occurred, this car was added sometime after the game got released. But at the time, you didn't have a road collection area and a motorsports. That happened quite a bit later. So yeah, look at that. I'll not race it, but let's go in and have a look. 60.2 PR. I haven't upgraded it fully. I suspect the final upgrade on the engine. There we go. He's gold. Oh dear. But I do remember that being added a little bit later. What else have we got? We've got the Porsche 918 Spider concept in V8 Performance Brawl. So even though we haven't got top of the range cars, we can see already they're starting to go into the mid-tier PR. Now, here's a note, right? Ferrari F40, right? That car was gold. But it was, again, it's another car that was added quite late on. It wasn't added from day one. And for some reason, they plonked it into this series, which is a bit frustrating. But you don't normally have to do the series at the bottom. You just go through and do the series at the top, which then opens the bottom one and then also opens the next one along at the top. So what have we got here? Okay, nothing particularly standing out, but it's good to see. We've got a Renault Megane in there. Let's have a look at this one. Yeah. Renault Clio Cup, Renault Megane RS275 Trophy. Oh, some great cars. Neil Rain asks, what's the time there? The time is 18:40. And Cheesy enters the chat, says, hi, Unc. Hi back. Welcome along. Or should I say Cheese23Y? Welcome along. Good to see you. Thanks for watching. Thanks for saying hello in the chat. That's an interesting car at the end of Pro-Am. The Alfa Romeo Giulietta TCR. Let's have a look at this car. What have we got? I don't want to do anything as silly as a drag race. That kind of doesn't show off the car. What have we got to race in? Let's maybe start at the bottom. So again, already you're getting some cars with half decent PR. Now, obviously, they're not hypercars. They're not PRs of over 80. But it's not bad. You get this, you go, well, this is all right. So let's give this car a race out. Now, we're not racing against 22 cars. It looks like it's 16. 2 laps around Monza, but not the full circuit. Oh, listen to that roar. Wonderful. Right, there we go. Very basic inside. guess really, because it's more of a rally car. Looks like all the interior's just been thrown away. Anyway, there we go, into first place. Now we will be getting to the fast cars, don't worry, but I think it's worthwhile doing this for just old time's sake, really. This is a cool car. I'm enjoying this car. Nice car to race. Better than the electric Audi, that's for sure. Neil Rain asks, is it the 20th of March there? No, it's the 19th, so it's not the 20th of March for quite a few hours yet. So what's that? 5 hours, 20 minutes-ish. There we go, another win. Boom. Thinking principle, I've upgraded all the cars as much as I can without spending our dollars in most of them in these earlier series. But there we go, that's Pro Am completed. So the next series, oh, let me just take a short break. Just need to blow my nose. Hey, I'm back. So let's have a look at the next series. Cheesy says that car would suit you in real life. Yeah, yeah, that is cheesy. Uh, but yeah, that'd be nice. I wouldn't complain. Alfa Romeos. The problem with Romeos is they're nice looking cars, but they're not particularly reliable, apparently. So I'm told. Right. So what have we got? We've got a half decent McLaren. I think it's the first McLaren in the game. McLaren MP4 12C. All of these series up to 100%. We've got the Audi R8 V10 Coupe. I think that is in quite a lot of series, or one of the cars that's in quite a lot of series. There we go, some cool cars. Now, I'll tell you what, I remember this car being added to the game as well. Another car that wasn't in the game from the start. The Renault Desire Concept, which is an electric car, I believe. There we go. No exhaust. I'm not gonna race it, but again, half decent PR. Looked quite funky. What else have we got? Got the Nissans. It's like the Alfa Romeo there again. Is that a different one? Or is it the same one? No, it's a different one. Okay. There we go. Right, let's move on then. Let's move out of Pro and let's move on to Expert. Now, this is when things started to get serious. Now, I said in yesterday's stream that one of the cars I used to race a lot to begin with was the BMW M3 GT2 ALMS. The reason being, it was in one of the longer races in the game at that moment in time. The Grand Prix circuit at Suzuka. Oh, it's Suzuka again. 5 laps. Well, let's give this a run out for old time's sake. Now, this, I seem to remember, this was a 10-minute race. Let's see how we get on. See how we get on. Then we've got some Porsches in there as well. And then, is it 917s? B. Get the opportunity, we'll have a look inside. I think this is another one that's been stripped away inside. So the sort of production cars would have been stripped out inside. It's not too bad. 7th place already. Again, you notice a big difference with these earlier series. So many cars in each of the series. But they're not all brand new cars. Quite a number of them are repeated. That's one of the things I used to like about the game earlier on. The fact that you'd buy a car. It wouldn't automatically open up the series, but it did mean that you had a car to race in. Once you did open the series, you didn't have to go out and buy a car. And yes, early on, even this car, they were all, as far as I can remember, $R. Now the cars that aren't $R early on in the series are either exceptions, like the Honda S2000, is it GT, or they were added after the fact. Here we go, 5th place already. Let's see if we can catch Carlos. He's in the Porsche. Is it the 917? I think there's a bit more to the name than that, but I can't remember. But I used to love this race. Always liked Suzuka as a track. It did make my top 10 favourite tracks. But this car unfortunately just missed out. Let's have a look inside. Yeah, look at that, basic. Now I used to play the game on this on the cockpit view, and you can see the difference with these sort of cars. You've got a bit more view. Whoops, oh dear. Oh wait. Wait, lost it. Wait. What are you doing, lad? Come on. But I always found the hypercars problematic to race in cockpit view. Anyway, there we go. So 5th place after 2 laps. Got 4 cars to overtake and 3 laps to do it in. Need to get my foot down. Oops. Okay, there we go, into 4th. A little bit worth it to go still. I can see 1st, 2nd and 3rd ahead on track though. 3rd being just right in front. Being one of the earlier series and the earlier cars, we haven't got the draft, the miles per hour being highlighted because we're drafting. Drafting was whoops. It was a new feature in the game when NASCAR was added, and most of the cars still couldn't draft. But I noticed in recent releases they've started doing that in the normal series as well. Anyway, there we go. 2 more laps, 2 cars to overtake. Come on. Almost. You know, I might not get first here. I don't remember having this sort of problem before. I used to always win this one. Okay. 3rd place. 1 more lap after this. Hey. Okay, there we go. Right. One more lap, 2 cars to overtake. Might have gone off track there. Real Racing 3, it's allowed. For this, it's all team members of my team that I'm racing against. Not live, they're just copies of them. Here we go. Hey. Turn them into stock cars then. I don't ever remember it being that close, but it doesn't matter. There we go, 1st place again by Hook. Without XD enters the chat, says, hey man, I just wanted to take a moment to thank you for everything you've done with Real Racing 3. The amount of time and effort you've put into grinding the game and sharing it with us is honestly impressive. Well, that's very kind of you to say so. I wouldn't say I was grinding. Most of the stuff I did was the events or the series to sort of like complete races, but appreciate your comment. That's very kind. Goes on to say, even though I'm not always able to watch the full streams, I always try to check in whenever I have some free time. Well, again, very much appreciated. And says, and every time I do, I generally enjoy it, not just because of the game, but because of your personality and the vibe you bring. Well, that's very kind. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Thank you as always for watching and saying hello and commenting in the chat. It's always very much appreciated. And Abdullah says, that's a nice BMW. It is, isn't it? I quite enjoy racing that car. For a long time, it was my favourite in the game because of how fewer cars I owned at that moment in time. this, as far as I'm aware, was one of the original cars in the game. Right, we'll service that, and we'll move on through the series. So what have we got now? So yeah, that was it. What else is cool? Right, the Ford Shelby GTR 350. Oh, I'm going to mention that. I don't know if I mentioned it on well, yesterday. If I select it and I go into the garage, I'm pretty sure this car is in quite a number of series. There you go. It's in 5 series. So it appears often. Now let's go. In fact, actually, I could do it from there, couldn't I? Let's go back to its first appearance. Oh, I could take. Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right then. There we go. Boosh. Oh no, no, you're doing it wrong. Blinking game. Where was I? I was in expert. There we go. Right. Yeah. So that car appears quite often. What else do I remember from these earlier series? Okay, another event. Now, interestingly enough, again, these were not in the original game. So, as they introduced events and people completed them, every now and then they would add an event into the game. So this was the opportunity to win that car, and there are a few scattered about. But they were effectively events how we used to have the round hub now. But there we go. Let's have a look through. Anything hits out at me. Which Maserati is that? That was a fun car. No, that's the. I'm sure there's another car that's also a Maserati, and it's like a special edition. Maybe not. Oh, no, maybe not. Maybe I'm confused there. We'll come back to that. We'll come back to that. Right, okay, there we go. What was that car? The Dodge Challenger SRT Hellcat. That makes a noise. Maybe we should have a race with this car because I'm sure it's this one that makes an absolute noise. This beast. Look at this beast. The Challenger SRT Hellcat. What should we do it? What should we do it with? Let's pick a short, fun track. There we go. 2 laps. The short Porsche test track. I'm pretty sure it's this one. That makes an absolute roar. Watch me be wrong. In fact, look at that. You can hear it already. You can hear it already. There you go. American Muscle. There you go. Pixabay only do 2 laps, I think, but it's just fun and good. Race some of these older cars. We are going to get onto the hypers. Obviously, predominantly that was yesterday's stream. Racing the 10 best cars in the game. Oh, oh. Well, this is fun also. Tell you what, this is a slippery car. Nice bit of room to this car. Another fun car to drive. It's yeah, man, it's so much fun racing all these cars. Mm. Okay, let's move on. What have we got next? Oh, hello, this might be a funky car. The Ferrari F4 330. That's not bad. It's okay. Obviously, the Ford GT is a good car to drive as well. That's quite a monster. Okay, there we go. That's expert completed. And again, expert is at 100%. So we're moving on next to master. Right, okay, I have to race this car because again, it's another car that missed out on my top 10, and that is the Ariel Atom V8. This is a great car to race. What am I going to race it against? Let's have a look. Let's go back into here and let's have a look at some of the earlier races. 2 laps. Oh no, I don't want that one. No, no, no. Mounts Panorama, 2 laps. We got a shorter track. What shall we do? Brands Hatch, great. Let's do 4 laps around Brands Hatch with the Ariel Atom V8. This is a great car. When they added this car, I thought it was awesome. I'm sure we had the opportunity. Again, this was a car that was added. I'm sure there was the opportunity to win the cars. I think. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, loving this. Already in 5th place. I'm gonna hold back a little bit. Can we do a bit of cockpit? You see, now everyone says, like, cockpit racing. Why don't you do it? Wow. Look at this. Look at the difference. We're doing cockpit racing on this car. I can actually see what's going on. There you go. Look at that. Beautiful. I've been testing Grid Autosport and I was using I think it's Touring Group C, and they were doing a they were doing a lap around this circuit, this identical circuit, in 49 minutes. Look at this car. 37 seconds. Brilliant. Loving it. Oh man, I've just realised there's a there's a race in this game that we have to do. It's hilarious. Oh, it's coming up as well. It's so funny. You've literally got a car in it with a PR of 0.1, 0.1, and then you've also in the same series got a car with a PR of 80. We're going to have to do that. And I used to always set myself the challenge of doing the 80 car, but I would only win if I lapped all the cars in the game. So yeah, we'll definitely do that. Look at that. You see, look how quick that race is, even though it's 4 laps with this car. And this is a bit of a behemoth this early on. This is, I think this PR's, is it 70? 70 PR. There we go, lots of fun with that one. And look at that, you mentioned his name and Carlos Guerra enters the chat, says, hello Tony, how are you? I've just beaten you, Carlos, in a race. Welcome along, thanks for watching and saying hello in the chat. And look, there you are. I didn't beat you in that one, you didn't appear. You didn't appear. Right, okay. There we go. More fun. Fantastic. We're doing quite a few cars this evening. It's a good way of sending this game off. Better than what EA did. EA sent it out with a whimper. I'm sending it out with a bang. Right, what else have we got in here that we want to race? Let's have a look. See, there you go. There's another. We might give that a run out. There's another. There's a motorsports car that sits firmly in the road collection because there never used to be a road collection of motorsports, and this car you could win. In fact, I think in the let's just go past. I think in the release, but I'll go back to it. Don't worry. Oh no, it's not in that one. Oh, it's in the next section. I'm sure in the release you could win this the Ferrari F14T, and I'm sure there was another Ferrari you could win as well through events. So this one here, that's fun. Also the Ferrari F40 and F50. Mentioned those cars yesterday. Good cars, great cars to race. They are the Ferrari 375 F1. Let's give this a run out. I'm sure there's a speedway. Yeah, there we go. How many laps? 4 laps. Okay, let's give it a go. Look at this for a silly car. Now this is another one you can race with cockpit view. In my humble opinion. Anyway, Carlos, how are you? I hope you are well. Also, I couldn't remember if I'd asked that. Sorry. Yeah, good. Look at this. Look at this. Probably got to be careful around these corners, though. I'll tell you what, when they added this, I thought this is awesome. This is the type of racing I want. I'm not bothered if I don't win it. It's just so much fun. Anyway, there you go. Let's put it back to this. Oh, oh. Come on. There you go. So, end of lap 1, we're in 10th place. 3 laps to go, 9 cars to overtake. Look at them all. Did you see that? That's madness. This EA and they're turning up the aggression of the competitors. There'll be a bonus. So when the credits roll, there is a bonus race to do with that happening. It did happen in one of the streams actually quite recently. So I thought that would be a good way of putting that in the post-credits, as a post-credit scene. Oh man, this is brilliant. I suppose the only problem with this track is it is a bit boring. You just foot down if your car can handle the grip around the corner. Now I don't think I'm going to win it, but I'm not bothered. Although then again, I can see all cars in front. Come on. I think I gave myself too much to do. I should have been on it from the start, and I wasn't really. Let's see what we can do. There you go. There you go. Into 4th. 1 lap to go. Up 3rd, 2nd and 1st. They were right next to each other. Maybe they'll take each other out. Seen that before. Here we go. Final lap. Appropriate. I think I have just left a bit too much. I'm not bothered. It was fun doing it. go. Only fourth that time. Well, that was fun. Woo. Now then, look at the servicing on that car. 5 hours, 10 minutes. Good grief. Good grief. We don't actually get cars like that anymore, but 5 hours, 10 minutes. I'm going to do that one again because I've got some durability left. I enjoyed that. Let's do it one more time. This time, let's see if we can win. Bit of aggression going to be in this one. Now we know we're not going to slide. It's foot down, race. He said, oh dear, oh. Do you know what? Forget that. Forget that. Let's just service the car. There you go. It's fine. I obviously was doing a bit too much swerving on that, but there we go. There's another fantastic car in the game. What else are we gonna do? Oh, actually, the Ferrari F50 did miss out on my top 10. So, shall we do that one? What are we up to? 1 hour, 30 minutes. I might go longer than 2 hours today. I'm not going to do Le Mans before anyone asks. Definitely not going to do Le Mans. And again, by going to the earlier tiers, you tend to find the races are shorter. There we go. Circuit de Catalunya, just the club circuit, 2 laps with the Ferrari F50. 16 cars. Let's give this a run out. The aggression. Okay, there we go. Through the pack. Not entirely convinced at this moment in time I'm going to win in 2 laps. Okay, we're up to 4th. Lap 3rd. Oh yeah, we're going to win. We're going to win. We're going to do it quite easy. Again, by doing some of the earlier cups, they have a lower PR, so most of the competitors that you compete against have a car with a lower PR than yours. So if you want a little bit of fun but you want to win, there you go. There we go. That's the Ferrari F50. Carlos Guerrero says, I'm going to miss this game. Are you going to start playing others? Yes, I am. Assoluto Racing is what I'm going to carry on playing mobile. And I'm going to play on my PC the Grid Autosports game, which looks amazing graphically. And I've been playing it, testing it with, I haven't quite got it right yet, but I've managed to figure out a way in which I can play it on the PC, but use my Steam Deck as the steering wheel. The reason why it doesn't quite work properly, I haven't quite got the sensitivity right, so I'm feeling like I'm doing like this with the Steam Deck, and it's not quite sensitive enough. So just a little bit more configuring needs to be done there, but that's what I'm going to be doing. Hopefully starting next week, although I'm umming and ahhing about taking a week off next week, actually. So maybe not, we'll see. But don't worry, I will be back. And I'll be doing more than just racing. Right, okay, let's service that car as well. There we go. Boom. Right. Okay, we've still got plenty stuff to look at. We've not even touched motorsports yet. I will look at motorsports this evening. Anything else of interest in here? Oh, there we go. There we go. There's the limited edition. The Maserati Gran Turismo MC Stradale. This was a limited edition. I can't remember if that cost gold though. Again, it's another car. I think I won it. Again, I can't remember. I actually can't remember. I think you were able to win it, but I'm not entirely sure. Ah, it wasn't the 917, it was the Porsche 918 RSR concept. There we go. Yes. Uh, Let me just double check. If I go to the original colours, yeah, it was. So let's put it back to that. There we go. Right, okay. So we'll leave that there. Let's move on. What else have we got? Oh, yes. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the soap. The Mountain Spider series, the Porsche 909 Berg Spider. What a great car this is. Just missed out again on getting in my top 10. Let's do 3 laps around Monza. This is an ace car. I love this car. This is fantastic. Again, you'd not really say, you'd say it's more of a motorsports car again. Look at that. Oh, yes. I feel how low that is as well. That's brilliant. Love it. Love it. Right, I'm going to try. I'm not going to cheat too much here. Because literally I could just go off there, but I'm not going to. Always first corner, round the outside, stay out of trouble. Into 11th place. I absolutely love just racing this car. This is so much fun. Oh, it is ending, so we're saying goodbye to it, and that'll be it. There we go. Right, okay, so at the end of lap 1, we're in 3rd place. That's pretty good. Not bad. I like my odds. 2 cars to overtake in 2 laps. Never figure out where to break down here though. I have a habit now of the audio on my headphones dropping. It's very annoying. Let's get that back up. There you go. It just drops every time. Right. final lap. We are first. I just love driving this car. Whoops. Oh, that was so much fun. So much fun racing that car. Fantastic. Mm. There we go. Right. Okay. Let's move on through the series. Let's have a look. Is there anything else sticking out at me? Oh, look, the BMW M3 GT2 that we raced in the previous uh, set of series makes an appearance. Oh dear, look, the Porsche Taycan Turbo S. Not a fan of that car. Definitely not going to be racing that. And we've got the Audi e-tron GT concept. Well, no thank you. Okay, so that's Master. What have we got next? Elite. Now, Elite we haven't taken to 99%. Let's have a look through. Now, okay, we've got the introduction of the Paganis. Now, I do like the Paganis. The Zonda F. That was a cool car. That was a great car. And also the Bugattis as well. We're starting to get some serious cars. Now, I'm not... I think these cars started to cost gold. Yeah, this is when it all started to happen. Well, that we've got Global GT Clash and the BMW M3 GT2 ALMS is the top car. That can't be right, can it? Let's have a look. It bloody well is, you know. Look at that. That's fantastic. See, they don't do that anymore in the game. They just don't. You'd win a car, you'd upgrade it, and it was good enough to complete another series. I mean, obviously you had to own all the cars. They don't do that anymore. Ironically, though, look at that. We've got the Ford GT FIA GT1 being the first car in the other two series. Now, again, how this used to work is like Vanguard Challenge, it would open up, getting to winning so many in Vanguard Challenge opened up 12 plus cylinder slam, but you didn't need to do that one to open up GT1 Grand Tour. You just had to do more of the races in Vanguard Challenge. So it's like the ones at the bottom were bonus series. And quite often they had repeated cars. I mean, look at that. You've got the McLaren F1 and the Pagani Zonda F in both of those series. The McLaren MP4-12C in the Vanguard Challenge, that was the first McLaren in the game. Well, the first McLaren you would win in the game. And yeah, look, the McLaren F1 wasn't the top car in those two series, but it's the top car in the High Rev Rush series. How this was done was brilliant. Here we go. Here we go. I have to do this. So, 50 years of Porsche. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Porsche cars. This is hilarious as well. Now then, which one did I do it round? I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure it was Laguna Seca on that Speed Snap. You see, yeah, it was a Laguna Seca somewhere. Let's have a look. See if we can find it. I'm sure it was Laguna Seca. That's just with one of the cars. Maybe I'm wrong. Could have sworn it was though. But basically, let me just go into one of the cups and look at this. Look. All right, maybe not. Point one. You've got a Porsche 911 Targa, which is only 5.1, and in the same race, you've got a Porsche 911 RSR, which is at a PR of 81.7. That was crazy. DJ Smooth says, going to love you guys and girls. My prayers are with you. Well, that's very kind of you. Thank you very much. And Nanda Jalan says, cheats game. Okay. Now then, which one was it? Which one was it? Which one was it? Which one was it? Where was it? Let's go. I'm gonna have to find it because maybe it was that one. Was it that one? See, that's 2 laps. I think it was that one. I think it was that one. Let's give it a go. This is hilarious. All the cars. And my plan was to get round and overtake all of them. In other words, do 2 laps in the time the other cars do 1 lap. And you'll see, look at this. Just look at this. Oh, man. It's all cars with a PR of 5.1. It's brilliant. I don't... Now, I won't overtake all the cars because we've got some of my teammates in half-decent cars. But it is fun trying to do this. So you might be going, oh, you're boring, you're winning. No, the challenge used to be get around these 2 laps and overtake, lap every car in the game. And it was possible. I won't be able to do it today because obviously I've got teammates in the race with half-decent cars. Let's see how we get on. And obviously what I used to do is cut the corners. Okay, so we've done a lap in 1 minute 13. Off there. Can we catch those all those 911 Tigers up? So much fun. See, the game used to be so much better years ago. You can see why I put it down now. I actually think Formula 1 going into this game killed this game. The more I think about it, just see the Tigers just over the hill. Not. Maybe I'm not as good as I used to be. No, blimey, okay. Or maybe there was a free lap of this somewhere. Yeah, because they've already gone by. I could have sworn I used to be able to catch them all. Well, I've got that one, haven't I? Anyway, that was silly, that was. That was silly. Abdullah says, I've just drove this car. Very good. Very good. Let me just see if there's another lap. There's another cup with more laps. Because I'm sure you used to be able to literally lap all the cars in the game. I could have sworn it was Laguna Seca, but maybe I'm wrong on that. So that's 3 laps. Three laps also. Two laps. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. 3 laps. No. Maybe it was the 2 lap, but maybe it's all changed now. I didn't overtake a single one. Suzuka West Circuit, nah. We'll leave that there. But I just remember that being great fun. But we are obviously coming on to the bigger cars now. They are the Audi R8 LMS Ultra on International Power Match. That car is in a multitude of series. In fact, some of these series I only recently took to 100%. The Lotus Type 125, again, another motorsports car in Road Collection. Why? Because we didn't used to have it separate. It was just one set of series. Nothing there that excites me. We had quite a few of these cars. We've only just raced recently, so that's the elite. So, what was the series I didn't complete? Let's have a look. 100, 100, 100. There we go. The Jaguar CX-75 R3 spec. Now, it's a car in a series on its own. The car itself doesn't have an exclusive series. And I think it was going to cost me a significant amount of money. I think it was about 500 gold. It was going to cost me for 3 races and get 32 back. No surprise, I never did it. Max Mios says, when is it going to be dead? The 20th. We believe so, yes. Today's it's officially its last day. So, yes. Carlos Guerrero says, Tony, see how many miles I got with the MP4X on the Porsche test track short in stage 2 of Legend. Well, we're on our way there, so we'll take a look. I'm not sure it will show us. It will be interesting if it does. Anything of interest there? Yeah, so basically that it was that car that stopped me from getting 200%. Oh, there's another one here. The Aston Martin Vantage 59. Now again, I don't think this was quite as expensive, but it was still a stupid amount of money for 27 gold. Oh dear. Right, okay. So that is Elite. Let's have a look at Legend. Now Legend is the one series where I still I haven't got all the cars. Now we've got some Koenigsegg's coming into here. Now I remember this. I remember getting into this series, and I remember specifically this car costing 200,000, no, 2 million R dollars. But I'm pretty sure this car cost gold, and I loved driving that car. And then shortly afterwards, you got the Agera, the Agera R in the series. Let's have a look. Let's carry on going through them. So many fantastic cars. Look, there's another example. The Koenigsegg Agera R is top in more than one series. That just did not happen. In fact, you know what? I remember somewhere in here in Legend where opening up the series, I'd already got all of the cars. That would never happen. Since they've gone to the seasons, that would never happen. Never happen. There we go. More fun cars. Here we go. Right, the Ferrari F14T and the McLaren MP4/4, as well as the Ferrari 412 T2. So we've got all those cars. And again, you had the opportunity of winning the F14T within the game. Now, when they were added, you had the opportunity of winning them all through the normal events thing. What have we got here? Yeah. I mean, all these cars are just crazy, aren't they? There we go. The Mazda Fury. Raced that yesterday. What a car. Loved that car. Abdullah says you would have some of the rarest and most complete profiles in the world. Amazing. Well, I don't think so, to be fair. I'm sure there's lots of people that have got 100%. I did see somebody take a screenshot of both the series being 100% completed and the garages being full, which was brilliant. I think what cost me is I got fed up with this game when they added NASCAR. NASCAR was when I think they introduced the issue of you couldn't win to begin with, and every time you lost, it slowed the opponents down in the next race, and every time you won, it sped the opponents up in the next race. It's a common occurrence now, and people know how to get around it. But I'm sure it was NASCAR that introduced that feature, which that really wound me up, and I put the game down for a couple of years. But I did come back to it because it was still the best mobile racing game on the market up until tomorrow. Right, let's have a look then. So, Endurance MP4X. Yeah, I'm not sure it will show me that. Well, we can have a look, I guess. Let's have a look. What tier did you say it was? In stage 2. Can we have a look? Can we see? I don't think I can unless I go into it. Well, I don't. It might not show. No, it doesn't show. But interestingly enough, you saying, maybe we should give this a go, because one of the things I would say, and in fairness, this particular track did miss out on being a marked top 10, and that track being the short circuit for the Porsche test track. Because one of the things I did find is if you were interested in doing an endless endurance, one of the tracks that kept coming up was the short Porsche test track. And I think for 2 reasons mainly. One, it's a shorter track. So let's say you do it in 40 seconds. It means you've only got to overtake 4 cars per lap to get back those 40 seconds. So it does give you the opportunity of getting to that 40-second car and getting your endless endurance. I will give it a go. I do like racing this car. I brake too much in it. I'm going to see if I can. If I trigger endless endurance, we'll quit it, but we'll have a go with it. The problem with this kind of car is it's just too fast. So what I'm going to be doing is going off track to cut out the corners. There we go. There's an obvious one. But for me, this was one of the biggest cuts. This bit here, you normally end up overtaking 2 cars. The other thing as well I noticed with this particular circuit is the cars don't dry up as much as on other circuits that are endurance races. So we'll do this for a bit. I reckon the cut-off point would normally be about 15 miles when endless endurance kicks in. it might be a bit earlier on the basis that this car is a lot quicker. We'll see. Here we go. So I've still got my full amount of time. You can see on the map there's still plenty of cars to catch and overtake. Bit of fun this. Now we haven't gone through the seasons yet, so we've got them to do. Oops. And we're already at 2 hours, so we might be going for a third hour tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Why not, eh? Bit of fun. Final stream of Real Racing 3 for me. I'm still up at 80 seconds. Oh, there you go, 90 seconds. The cars are drying up, so I've not hit endless endurance yet, as far as I can tell. I don't think I have anyway. They are still there, so keep going. But I don't think I've hit endless endurance yet. For those that don't know what endless endurance is, it's just, for some reason, on some tracks, after you've overtaken 42 cars, you have an endless stream of cars to overtake. So it becomes almost impossible for your endurance to count down its clock to 0. And I always thought that this track had the most endless endurances, and I think it's because of the shortcuts that are available on this track, this being one of the most obvious ones. You're almost not bothered about earning the miles, you're more bothered about doing the track in a particular time that equates to the amount of 10 seconds you earn from each car you overtake. Okay. Now, I might be wrong, but I reckon I must have hit endless endurance now. The cars seem closer together. Yeah, there we go, we've hit it. Whoops. We've hit endless endurance there. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to carry on and get first place, and then we'll end it. I'm not going to quit. I'm going to just count the time down. So I think it's 17 miles I've got to get to, but yeah, you can see there the cars are they're just right behind each other. So now the key is just making sure you overtake enough cars that give you 10 seconds, and that is equivalent to the amount of time it takes to get around the track, and that's it. One of my biggest bugbears with endless endurance is it's boring. I'm just saying. So I haven't done that many endless endurances, I just find them boring. I see the challenge of getting them, especially on the harder tracks, but There we go. Look, I'm in third place already. I'm always at 80 seconds. There's loads of cars to overtake. They are getting quicker though, but I'm just going to remain at that time because there's a number of shortcuts. There you go. I literally, to end the race, I've got to purposely not overtake cars. Whee! Right, so I'm in second place. I think it was 17 miles for first place. So at 16 miles, we'll start slowing down and not overtaking anyone. And that's it. That's it. Also, again, another thing is discovering endless endurances, because it's not just this track, but I always found this track to be the easiest to get an endless endurance on. So you can see now the cars are literally right behind each other, and my time just continuously remains at 90 seconds. Well, 90 to 80 to 90 seconds. Right, so I think that's enough to get first now. So I'm going to slow down behind this guy, let the clock count down. I just want first. I just wanted to prove a point. I think I have. And if I haven't, it doesn't matter. It's racing. It's all just fun racing. Although that being said, I'm not seeing first place yet. I thought it was 17.1, maybe it's 17.7. There it is. There we go, first place. So, as I said, I get bored. I just don't overtake any car, and in most cases that's the only way I can end the race. It's just so easy on this course. When I get round again is the question. 30 seconds. Can this car do a lap in 30 seconds? The answer to that question is yes. There we go. Here we go. There we go. Carlos says, I got tired after more than an hour on the track, so I stopped, but I could have gone further. Exactly. I'm the same. I get bored. What I tend to do on this, or what I have done in the past on this, is I sort of set myself a target of how many laps I want to do. And I think the most I've done is about 100, 120 laps, which on some cars is 2 hours worth of racing. On that car, probably is half an hour. Carlos says, with the Audi R8 LMS Ultra, I did over 150 laps. If I'm not mistaken, my arm was already hurting. Yeah, there you go. And I believe the Audi R8 LMS Ultra is one of the earliest endurance races to exist in the game. Carlos says, you did it, man. You passed more than 42 cars and now it's infinite. Yes, well, it was. But as I said, I get bored. Right, but there we go. That's another car race. Obviously, I think that was number 2 of my all-time favourite cars, that McLaren. But hey, no harm in racing it again. It's a lot of fun. Let's carry on. Right, so the Porsche Hybrid Evo, I know a lot of you like it. It's just too bloody expensive. We've got the Bugatti Chiron Sport. That's a great car to race. Lots of fun with that one. More Koenigseggs, all great cars. The Aston Martin Valkyrie was in my top 10. The VW IDR, I kind of explained why it didn't make my top 10. Let's take it out for a spin, literally. There we go. We'll do Monza again. Monza Junior is always a good, quick race. But this car is so weird. The grip on this thing's incredible. But it is electric. It's also a VW, of all things. Oh. Now, I reckon you can probably get round this corner without braking, but yeah, you can. Oh my god. Oh my good grief. See what I mean? I just can't get used to that. It's like, no, that shouldn't happen. No, that's just wrong. It feels like one of the Batman movies where he's in his Batmobile and he's going around the city and he shoots a rope on the car to wrap around one of the lamp posts so he can turn corners. That's how it feels like with this car. Oh no, oh, I've lost. See what I mean? I just can't get the hang of this car. It's worthwhile bringing it out, but I just could not get the... I mean, to be fair, you've still got to go like that. The sensitivity of the steering is... with this car, of not braking, I remember just doing this and it's like, nah. No. Nope. No. I'll take third. It's okay. I'm not that bothered. It's just a bit of fun. We're just saying goodbye to all the cars. Right, okay. And there we are. That is the end. That is the end of Legend, which moves us on to the seasons. Now, this was a new thing. When this came out, I kind of liked it. I thought it was quite good fun. Here's another car that I thought was fun. Lamborghini Cyan FKP 37. I don't think I'll do another race on that today. That was good to drive. Recently, though, if you look through my streams, I upgraded that car to 100%, completed the series it was in the Bulls of Bologna, and then went on to complete the exclusive series. And I believe that was one of the cars that I would have raced in when I had like 12 exclusive series open at the same time. We obviously raced the Bugatti Bolide yesterday. That's a really fast car. One car I did want to race, which did miss out, which I find it to be an interesting car, and that is the Apollo Intensa Emozioni, which I pretended to say the reason why it didn't make the top 10 because I can't pronounce it. I'm not sure why it didn't make my top 10. It just misses out. Right, again, let's go to the earlier races. What have we got? Don't want to do Daytona. No. You notice I'm avoiding all the tracks that didn't make my top 10. But also I'm avoiding Spa-Francorchamps, which did, but it's just too much of a long. I don't want to be doing... Maybe I'll just do a head-to-head. Have we got a head-to-head? Let's do a head-to-head. Let's do a head-to-head. It's with the wrong car. I don't believe it. Oh, have we got head-to-heads? No, not on the Polo. Flipping heck. There we go. Head-to-head at the road course at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. 1 lap. Let's take this car out for a spin. I'm Abdullah says, I guess this was regarding the idea. Give this car enough accelerator and it might just fly. Yeah, I mean, actually, to be fair, if there's one thing that car doesn't have, and that's a high top speed, but the grip on it was incredible. See, look at that. It's just so easy with this car. There we go. Another fun car to drive. And surprisingly, I've not lost grip on it yet. Whoa, that's funky. That is funky. Here we go. Push. Boom. And a great top speed as well. Fantastic. Okay, so that's a fun car. But again, look at the series now. You're not getting 4 cars in a series. You're not getting 5 cars in a series. You're only getting up to 3. And they typically don't repeat. Now, are there any exceptions? Yes, I think there are. There's a couple that do repeat. Let me see if I can find them. But generally speaking, they appear once and then disappear into the ether. Or if they're in another series, they're in an exclusive series. So from this point forward, I don't think the game is as good. Because there's nothing more exciting than winning a car, taking it in a series to 100%, and then finding out it's in another series that you can open up. It just means you haven't got to spend the money, which is obviously where EA were thinking. And I think this is where people got fed up of it. They walked away from it. Nobody played it anymore. And it plateaued. Right, let's have a look. And obviously now it's ended. There we go. That's it. Yeah. Nothing in there. The cars just don't repeat. I seem to remember the Ferrari F8 Tributo being in an early series, to be fair. And maybe the Brabham BT60 at 62 being in an early series. Well, you just don't get them repeating over and over again like you used to. Which, again, I don't think it's a problem because they're always fresh and new cars. But it's good that you got this car and you got to take it out in multiple series. Didn't happen in this release. Although strangely enough, there we go. We've got season 2, 90s Japanese icons. We've actually got 4 cars in that series. All of them old cars though. Sorry, all of them cars with low PR. And I do believe, and all but the Subaru were already in the series, which again is fine. I don't have a problem with that. Let's have a look through. Yeah, you see the Pagani Parade, the Zonda R was already in the game, obviously. Yeah, short series, season 2. How many cars? Blimey. Well, 48 in comparison to season 1, 64. But then we've got season 3, which only has 13 cars. And look at season 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the 10 series have 1 car in them. Yeah, we should have realised at season 3 something was going on behind the scenes. Season 3 does contain my most favourite car in the game, the Rimac Nevera. Awesome car. And then we've got season 4. And Season 4 is better than Season 3. What's weird is in pure performance, you've got the Porsche 918 Spider Visage package, and that's also in electrifying hypercars. So yeah, there we go. That's it. That's it. And probably the worst car in the game, as in Season 4, in the hybrid beasts of speed, the McLaren Speedtail 2020. I'll tell you what I'm going to take out for a spin for the last time. I did enjoy racing this car. I was so impressed with this car. I think I might have told this joke yesterday actually, that I was looking forward to racing the non-XX car, and it proved to be a massive disappointment. Let's do another head-to-head. Not the dynamic track. I hate that track. Let's have a look through. Come on, give me a decent head-to-head. There we go. Grand Prix circuit at Circuit de Catalunya. Didn't make my top 10. It was close, but it just missed out. The Ferrari SF90 XX Stradale. I think this car is fantastic. Again, just missed out on my top 10, but we'll race it around this Grand Prix circuit, which also just missed out on my top 10. But whereas this car has grip, the non-XX car doesn't, at least in this game. And obviously it's fast. You know what? The brakes are half decent as well. Oh, hello, hello. Oh, I say that. Oh, I've lost the lead. Oops, a daisy. Can I get it back? Let's find out. Come on. Push. But not too hard that you go off again. There you go. Oh, maybe not. Maybe I laughed too soon. Come on. Here we go. There you go. Quick look inside. Yeah, quite funky. There we go. Carlos Guerra, sorry, says, make the Ferrari Enzo do it on the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Top speed is very good, but the grip isn't. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. No, it is not. I don't know if you've been noticing, but I have been picking and choosing the cars. So I've purposely avoided, where possible, those sort of grippier, non-grippier cars. But that being said, it's okay. It's okay. Right, okay. So that was season 4, and then obviously season 5 was an absolute joke. And there we are. That's the cars. So what does it mean overall? I mean, season 5 I got taken now to 99%. So in terms of all the series that aren't exclusive, they're either 99 or 100%. And exclusive is 93%, and road collection is 96%. Now I'm just going to breeze into motorsports. It's not my favourite. F1, it was just expensive in terms of gold with not a great deal of rewards. So that's why that's at 43%. And it's at 43% because each F1 car had the equivalent to an exclusive series, but because it appears in F1 Motorsports, they call it an invitational series. So that's why 43%, because I've got so few F1 cars fully upgraded. Formula E, can't stand. NASCAR, can't stand. World Rally Championship, fun cars, but again, pointless. Two series that only need one car to fully complete both series. Very different from Road Collection Motorsports is because of that. The only reason why I have all three cars is because I was able to buy them for $M and not gold. Supercars, a lot of people don't have these cars in the game. Again, quite expensive. We've got some GT4 cars. They were fun. Recently, we had the Lotus Emira GT4 and the McLaren Artura GT4 added, and both of those cars got discounts, so I was able to fully upgrade them both. Actually, no, they didn't. Only one of them did, and then I upgraded the other. Trackmasters, not really that bothered about these. I suppose the one that was added recently is the Audi A5 Touring 2012. As you can see, I've just not paid attention to the motorsport side. And I think to some degree that's what's happened with this game. By splitting it into two sections, you have a group of people that love motorsports and only play the motorsport section, and a group of people that love road collection and only play the road collection series. And I know they were trying to drive um, players by putting a lot of effort into motorsports, but it just didn't. It just didn't happen. Why would you play F1 in Real Racing 3 when you can go to a dedicated game that's all about F1? It just doesn't make sense. And we should have seen the writing on the wall back then, 5 years ago now. There we go. That's it, really. What are fun? What I do find fun are the GT in race, the endurance GT racing, and the endurance prototypes. These cars were fun. The Porsche Mission R Cup, we've had that car recently. The Porsche 911 GT 198. Another radical car there. It's strange that that's in motorsports and the other cars in road collection. It is weird how they've split all of this up. It doesn't make any sense to me. There we go. Fun cars. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Look at that. The Ferrari F40 LM is in there, but it's in road collection as well. It's just weird how they've done it, and they've done it because they've added cars into the game, done the split, and they've never known quite know where to put it. Like if we now go to endurance prototypes, specifically, I want to go to. Here we go. The prototypes for the 2014 season. These cars exist in the road collection as well. And the reason being is because they did the split after these cars, both the 2014 season and 2015 season, were added. When you look back at it, you can start to see where the cracks started to appear and why maybe they did go off the boil. But I'll tell you what was interesting though, and that is the Le Mans 24-hour Battle for Le Mans, because this is a series where you do need to own all the cars to complete it, because not only do you have a time trial for just one car, even though it doesn't call it that or say that it is. So in road collection you would call that a showcase. There used to be, the series before was a showcase series for one car, and then you had the time trial. It doesn't say it is, but you can only race one car in quite a number of these series. And so you did need to get all those cars. But there we go. That's motorsports. In case you can't tell, I'm less impressed with motorsports, despite the quality of the cars, than I am with the road collection. And again, seasons 1 to 5 deteriorate, I think, in quality and in terms of the number of cars. Look, we've got 66, 48, 13, 29, and then 3. We should have seen the writing on the wall. Okay, there we go. That is me saying goodbye to Real Racing 3. What does it mean overall? It means in motorsports, I only got 179 out of the 226 cars available, and I only completed 65% of all the races. In regards to road collection, I got 329 out of 330 cars, and I completed 96% of all the races. Not bad, not bad, not brilliant, but not bad. Okay, there we go. That is it. That is the final lap. That is the end of Real Racing 3 for me. I have no more gold to be earned by the looks of it, and I have no more new races or new series to compete in. So it's a bit of a sad thing. So let me just go to take the game off screen. So that's it. That's the game gone. You'll never see it again. Well, you might do actually. We'll see. We'll see what happens over the weekend. We'll see what happens when they turn the servers off. What does it actually mean? There is no game available. Poor old Carlos is crying. Don't worry. Real Racing 3 may be gone, but I won't be. What I would suggest though, before I disappear off screen and the credits roll, hang around to the end. There is a little bit of a cameo in after the credits, um, and may give or may not give an inkling in terms of what I'm doing next. I've purposely kept off the schedule what's coming up. It's going to be a bit of a surprise. I'm not sure if I'm streaming next week or not. I will be streaming again, so don't worry. I'm just determining or deciding if to take a little break before we're hard at it again. Okay, so I just want to thank everyone for watching my streams. It's very much appreciated. Hopefully you'll be interested in the new games that I choose, although I do understand if you're not. Don't get too upset the fact that Real Racing 3 is ending. There's always, as one door closes, there's always another one, another door that opens. It's just a case of one, you're looking for that other door, and two, attempting to walk through it. Obviously not when it's shut. That might hurt. So yes, an end of a chapter in terms of gaming, Real Racing 3, but a new chapter will begin. What that is, we don't know yet, and sometimes that's where the excitement is, not knowing the path. Okay, there we go. Hopefully you enjoyed my stream this evening. If you did, please give it a thumbs up or a like. I would suggest staying and watching after the credits. There is a little bit of a scene going on there. Um, Also, don't worry, I will be back. Real Racing 3 probably won't be though. Abdullah says, waiting for the post-credit announcement. Well, you might be a bit disappointed because it's a bit of a teaser. And says, what a great stream today was. Close to shedding a tear. Oh, bless. And Tony says, RIP Real Racing 3. I'm afraid so. I'm afraid so. I hope you have enjoyed it. It was a great last lap. We got to look through the game. We got to do plenty of racing and have a bit of fun while doing it. This is how I wanted the game to go out with a bang, but I wanted the developers to take it out with a bang, and not me. I think the developers have taken it out with a whimper. I'm doing my best to take it out with a bang. Okay, there we go. That's the end of the stream. Thank you all very much for watching. If you'd like to see more of this content and you want to know what I'm doing next in regards to live streaming and games, then please look to subscribe to the channel, The Fifth Guardian, on YouTube, or follow the channel, The Fifth Guardian, on Rumble. Carlos Guerra says, I hope they at least leave the game playable, but without any updates or fixes, it just makes it offline. Well, let's see what happens. Okay, there we go. All that it remains for me to say is whatever is left of your day, I really hope it's a great one. Don't worry, there's always something around the corner. And finally, in regards to the weekend, I hope you all a fantastic weekend. Don't worry if you don't see a stream next week. I will be back. There is a possibility I will be back on Monday, but if not, I'll be back the week later. All I'm going to say is wish you all the best, and I'm looking forward to seeing you soon. Thank you, and goodbye. I do kind of enjoy racing on this track because there are lots of overtaking opportunities, but as you can see, I'm just not in control of this car. Good news though, they're catching back markers. That might help me out. Not if I drive like that though. Right, let's see if we can get this right. Come on. That's better. See, they're struggling to overtake the back marker, and there might be a few more on the final lap. They've only just overtaken, whereas I've got through him straight away. There we go, right back in the mix. It's a big ask to overtake two cars with this car though, but we'll give it a go. One final lap, we're in third place. We've also got back markers as well, they're good. Oh, they've knocked each other off. Oh, that's so funny. That is so funny. Maybe it's a good job you're retiring this game, EA, because you've turned the aggression on the computer opponents too high. Did you see that? That is so funny. Oh man, that's made me chuckle. Now, how many of you have ever seen that? First and second taking each other out. Oh, fantastic. Loving it. Oh dear, here we go. As I said, I'm not best with this car. I struggle to race it. But I am in the lead somehow. Well, actually, we all know how. Because first and second took themselves out. That was so funny. Oh, man. I'm going to have to watch that again. I'm going to have a look at the replay to see that again. It's very rare to see that. That was hilarious. That was absolutely hilarious.